Hey, it's Billy
And Rhonda.
from Strong's Adventures. And yes, it is January, and we're out here in short sleeves.
Short sleeves.
So, what are we going to be making?
This one's called Loaded Breakfast Bread in the Dutch oven.
Loaded breakfast bread in the Dutch oven. That sounds like a catchy title. Okay, we'll show you how we make it here in just a second. What is in this loaded breakfast bread?
Well, because we're going to be camping most of the time when we cook this, we want to keep it simple. So we've got prepackaged French bread dough in the can, and we've got shredded cheese, and then we've got bacon bits.
You gotta have bacon bits.
Well, not the imitation, but the chopped bacon that you can find in these easy packages nowadays. And then instead of browning a tube of ground sausage, I saw this in the refrigerated section where you can find the sausage, and it is already prepared. Yeah.
It's pre-browned. And yes, it is warm enough that all the little kids are running around outside playing on their swing sets.
They're having a great time.
They are having a blast. I wish I had that much energy. All right, while Rhonda's getting that together, we're gonna go ahead and preheat our Dutch oven. We're gonna use a 14-inch Lodge Dutch oven, and we want it at 350. So that means we're gonna use 28 briquettes. We're gonna use 9 on the bottom and 19 on the top. When the briquettes start getting a little smaller, about half burnt down, I count 2 as 1.
We're going to start off by unrolling our dough. Okay, you should be able to find a seam here, and I'm just going to gently unroll it. Okay, we told y'all this was easy. All we got to do is just spread this around on top. Leave about 1 inch off of each edge so that it'll seal. A thin layer works best. Remember to remove this. Oh, look at that chunk of bacon. That's awesome. I don't know if I've ever seen the cut up stuff look that good, Billy.
That does look pretty good.
Spread that out a little bit. Make sure we get bacon in every bite. Now for the cheese. Okay, and then we just start rolling it back up. When you get to the edge there, you might have to pick up that edge and then press it into the top to get it to seal. Otherwise, you might start losing your toppings if you keep going forward. Seal the end on this side. Seal this end. If we were going to do it in the oven, we might leave it in this shape, but since we're going to cook it in a round camp oven, I'm going to cut this in half, and we're going to cook them alongside of each other. I'm going to put this parchment paper circle in there. Alright, when I put it in there, I'm going to put it the seam side down. I don't want it to open up on me. I'm going to put some extra stuff on top, and we're going to see how that turns out. I don't normally do this.
If it was me cooking it out, I forgot this part.
I don't know if it'll incorporate into the bread or just stay on top, but either way, it'll be alright. Okay, honey, we're ready to put our top coals on.
All right, the package says it takes 11 to 14 minutes. I'm probably thinking it's probably gonna take 20 to 25. So we're gonna turn our Dutch oven every 5 to 7 minutes or so, just so we don't have that hot spot and burn anything. Okay, it's been 12 minutes. Let's take a look and see what it's looking like. Oh, that's looking really good. But we're gonna need to reduce the bottom heat because it's browning up too much on the bottom. Let's turn it. And we're gonna add a few more to the top. This is all a judgment call on this. The coal method is not exact science. It's like having children. So I'm just gonna add a few more just to make it a little warmer on the top. We'll probably let it go another, probably 5 more minutes. All right, it's been 22 minutes. Let's take the lid off and see what it's looking like. Oh yes, nice little golden brown on the top. I would say that is cooked to perfection.
All right, let's cut into this and see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. That looks good. That's what it looks like inside. So it turned out beautiful. I'm sure it'll taste good too. There you go. All kinds of stuff spilling out.
All right.
Just like always, it's great.
We cook this all the time in the oven at home, and we cook it when we're out camping. This stuff is great. You need to give it a try. Like I've always said, if it can be made in an oven, it can be made in a Dutch oven.
And this is one really simple that you can try.
And you don't forget, there ain't no lovin' like Dutch oven lovin'.
Bye.
You girls were so good. Would you like to taste it? Let's see if it's Maggie approved. And what about Lola? You could try and chew it there, chick. All right. It is doggy approved. That's it. That's all we get. Took Mom long enough to cook it. Yeah, I know.